Hey, Dustin and family. I'm Natalie. Thank you so much for your interest in this video and for chatting with me yesterday and giving me a little bit of insight about what you guys have been doing and, wanting to do more. So just first off, my intentions for this video are just to give you a little bit of insight what's going on with your web performance and some stuff that you could do to help improve it so that people are finding you when they're searching for your services. Okay, so first thing that I want to go over with is content. So I've pulled up your website here and it looks pretty good. It could definitely use a little bit of an overhaul. Um, so what Google likes to see is, they're not human. When people go to Google and they search for junk removal services in the Phoenix area, they're crawling the web. They're looking for who has those right key terms that the person is searching for linked with the surface area. They're looking for who has the most information, education, their services, the areas that they service. Right? So they're looking for who has the most authority in that industry. So what they typically like to see is 1,500 to 2,500 words of content on your homepage. Right now, you're sitting at I think just over 400 words, right? So it's a good start. You guys are super community based. You have a ton of good reviews, right? So you guys are doing really well, and these are all really good trust signals that Google likes to see when they're ranking businesses. Okay, so next, what I would do here. So actually, let me just move on to the next part and I'll touch on this stuff a little bit later. Okay. I've also pulled up your competition here. This is AZ Junk Removal. They also do dumpster rentals. I don't know if you guys do that. It's not on your website if you do. So don't worry about that part. But as far as junk removal goes, these guys are sitting at about 2,000 words on their home page, and you can see they have just a lot more content as far as services that they offer, accreditations, and they also have that locally owned aspect going for them as well. Okay, so I'll show you this tool that I have. It's called Ahrefs. And essentially what it does is it gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So this is AZ Junk Removal. They're ranking for 644 keywords. That's getting them a traffic of 1,100 visitors to their site every month. Like I said, mind you, this is like dumpster rental as well. Just a little bit of, information for you guys. Okay. So some of the same services that you guys offer, Junk Removal Phoenix, 920 people are searching for that a month. Hey, AZ Junk Removal, that's actually branded, which is important. You guys want to be branded. Junk Removal Phoenix, Arizona, 160 people are searching for that a month. Furniture Removal Phoenix, 150 people looking for that a month. Okay, so you can see how these numbers really start to add up. And they're sitting in some of the top positions for these keywords. Okay, come over here. This is your guys' website and what you guys have going on. You guys are ranking for 21 keywords. It's getting you a traffic of 88 people to your site a month. So when we click in here, Junk Removal Phoenix, you guys are ranking for that, but you're in about the 10th position. Junk Removal Phoenix, Arizona, 169th position. Junk Removal Phoenix, Arizona, 80. You guys are in the 10th position there. So you guys are starting to rank for some of these keywords. I would definitely encourage adding more of them on that home page with more of the content and pushing it with backlinks as well. And I'll talk to you about backlinks here in just a second. Okay, so what happens when we go to Google? we search for one of those high intent, high volume keywords. So that's what we were talking about ads yesterday. It's the first thing that pops up. Like I said, they can work, but they can also just be a money pit if the foundation for your website isn't dialed in. So just make sure that you're not burning a bunch of your money on Google Ads until you know for sure that your site's converting. Okay, and then when we scroll down here, we get the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen this a million times. When you're looking for a local restaurant or activities, and these first three businesses are what pops up on the first page. This is a really important spot to be. This is where about 40% of your clicks should be coming from. Hey, and so there are a couple of things that get you to one of these top three spots. And I don't think you guys are too far down. It wouldn't take too much work to get you guys up here. You guys have a really great Google business profile. I'm guessing what you probably need is more citations. So citations are your business name, address, phone number that are located on different directories throughout the web. Okay, so these are places like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Bing, even your social media profiles count as well. So the more citations you have, the more Google sees you as a trustworthy, authoritative business in your industry. Okay. These guys have lots of good reviews. Okay, so I've pulled up your guys' Google business profile. Like I said, it looks really good. You guys have tons of 5-star reviews. You guys are just like a favorite in your community. You're really good at responding to your reviews, which is really important. You guys have kept your update active. Your social medias are linked to it. You have a description of your business. Okay, so your guys' GBP looks really good. What I would do with these though is you guys need to do some more like linking back to your actual website. So when you post an update here, I would put a blog on your website so that this links back to that actual blog. Okay, or like a resource. It doesn't have to necessarily be a blog, but just like a resource giving people a little more information, education. Okay. And then same with your social media profiles. You guys are super active. And I would link those back to your Google business profile and then have these link back to your website. Right. The next thing I want to go over with you, this third component, backlinks will really help to set you above your competition. So we did talk a little bit about backlinks on the phone yesterday. And so I guess you have some insight what they are. One website linking back to another website. And this is, giving you guys relevancy. It's telling Google that you guys are an authority. It's kind of like giving you a vote of confidence. And this is what you really need to start ranking in one of these organic positions here. And you guys are pulling up at the second place here because I've been looking at your website. So my computer knows that you guys are a favorite of mine. So when we come over here, we can look and see what kind of backlinks you guys are pulling in. You guys are getting 85 backlinks. It's coming in, pushing power to you. Okay, so that's good start, but it's just not dominant, right? So when we come over here and look at AZ Junk Removal, they have 729 backlinks that are coming in, pushing power to them, getting them to one of those top organic spots. And that's just, obviously super important. That's where about 60% of your clicks should be coming from. All right, Dustin. Other thing I wanted to mention, so within your website, what I would suggest doing is getting that content on there with those keywords, the authoritative aspect with the information, education. I would really optimize for Phoenix on here. That is what's getting the most traffic. It gets the most volume. And then I would have location pages for the other areas that you guys service. When I come in here and go to the services, it's really nice that you guys have service pages. Again, you just need some more content on here. And then I would create a resource page that has, a blog that has videos. And these are the things that I was talking about, linking back, interlinking between your Google business profile and then your social medias as well. So you've got that like link circle going on. All right, Dustin, this is what I have for you. You guys seem like a really trustworthy, reliable, community-based business. I would get that out there more. Don't dump in our desert. Sounds like an awesome program. So you guys should be being seen more. You guys should be getting more business, and hopefully these little tips will give you an idea of how to do that. Again, more content on your homepage, more citations for your Google business profile, and then more backlinks that are pushing power up to your guys' website. If you have any questions, if you want to chat further, please reach out. If you want to just take this information and run with it, you sound like you got a little bit of background and at least a little knowledge in some of this SEO stuff, that works for me too. Anyways, feel free to call, text, email me. I will be available. All right, have a good one. Talk soon.